Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your man Chuck Creekmur, aka Jigsaw, and we are here with Flint's finest, the greatest woman of all time, the GWOAT world champion, Claressa Shields. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are
Good.
you?
I'm good. Good. I've been to several of your fights. I missed the last one. If I had known it would be a whole pandemic, I would have made it. I think it was in AC, right?
It was where?
In Atlantic City.
Yep.
Yeah.
January 10th.
I didn't feel like making that drive. I was like, that drive is kind of tough now. And then I'm like, nah, I wish I did.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
It'll be another one. Make the
yeah,
next one.
of course, of course. Shout out to Ivana out there. That's the big homie.
The publicist.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Now, first things first. Just want to talk to you first. Like, how are you doing in this environment? Pandemics don't come around the way too often, and everybody's dealing with it in different ways. How are you dealing with it?
It's been like a vacation for me. I get to stay at home. I got my gym in the basement. I've been spending a lot of time with my family. And it's more of like a vacation for me. So I'm actually enjoying it.
Yeah,
Not enjoying everybody being sick and stuff, but more enjoying like I finally get some downtime because my life is always going like 100 miles per hour. So I'm happy that it just slowed down a bit.
yeah. Same here. I saw you mentioned on Twitter that you kind of you hope it kind of lasts a little longer. Why did you say that?
I mean, I'm enjoying, going to sleep, waking up, spending time with my family, being at home. I just bought a new house, so
Okay.
I'm enjoying just, not having to be flying everywhere. Like if people who follow me on social media, like they know how much I travel. So before this whole pandemic thing started, when it first began, I had just spent the week in the UK. Then right after the UK, I had went to Spain for 6 more days, and then I was coming home, and it's gonna be my birthday. Then after my birthday, I was going right in a training camp for 6 weeks to get ready for my next fight.
Right.
So it was like boom, boom, boom. Like I wasn't getting any days to sleep or just have like a downtime. So I'm happy that I'm finally getting some downtime, and it's been years for me. It's been a lot of years.
Yeah. Now you were in the middle of training, right? You were in camp. Am I correct?
No, I was getting ready to start camp.
Okay, you were getting ready to start camp.
Mhm.
So what are they saying? Like, I mean, it's all speculative, but what are they saying as far as when we'll be able to go back to fights and sports?
I haven't heard a thing. I think that my manager told me he said we may be looking at the end of June for me to fight against Marie Care, but not really sure. They're saying on the national news that they may not be having like large groups and stuff, and they're even canceling concerts till next year 2021. So I don't have any idea when I might be getting the ring again, but I know he did say something about fighting with no crowd, and I was like, look, you put me in the ring to fight, you pay me my check, I'll fight anywhere, but I'm not going to fight with no crowd in Flint. You can take me somewhere else to have a fight, but I'm not going to fight without a crowd here in Flint.
Wow, that's dope. That's dope. I love that you represent Flint because that means everything to, I'm sure, the people of Flint, but also some of us outside of Flint, knowing the struggles that they've been through. We're always rooting for Flint, even when it's not in the headlines. So, big salute to Flint and everything that you do to bring attention to the city.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I know this goes without saying, but do you, at this point, assuredly, a lot of times we use the word self-proclaimed, but in terms of being the greatest woman of all time, you feel definitely that you're the greatest of all time as a woman in boxing?
Why not? Of course I do.
Yeah.
I think that I kind of get offended when like people say self-proclaimed.
Yeah.
Because I spoke it into existence. When I first started my pro career, I didn't say nothing about it. It started when I won my first world championship. When I knocked out a girl who was 17-0 versus me who was 4-0. And she wasn't just 17-0, but she was 17-0 with 9 knockouts.
Right.
And I went in there and knocked her out in the 5th round at 168 pounds in my 4th professional fight, main event on Showtime. And that's where GWOAT came from. And did I feel the way about myself before then? Yes, but I didn't have enough confidence to actually speak it out there because being worried about how much I hadn't achieved. But to be the fastest woman to win a world championship, being the first woman to fight main event on premium television on Showtime, knocking out a girl who was undefeated, to me, that's where it started. I'm not the only one that call myself the GWOAT. It's a lot of people now.
Oh, yeah.
Consider me the GWOAT. It's not just me.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of people now. And I just continue to break barriers. Like, I think people hear the word 3-time division world champion and they kind of go, oh, she only got 3 belts. No, that's 3 divisions, homie. Yeah. I got 9 world titles.
And that's men or women. You know, that's not just limited to women.
Yeah, so I'm the fastest 3-time division world champion in history. I beat Lomachenko's record at having 12 fights and doing it. I've done it in 10. And I'm also a 9-time world champion overall. And I came from 168, fighting at 154 now, and possibly going down to 147 for a big fight against Cecilia Brækhus. You know, to become a 4-time division world champion and also dethrone the other undisputed champion at welterweight. So I'm the GWOAT because I'm willing to take on any challenge against anybody. And I'm willing to go in there and put it all on the line. I'm willing to lose weight. I'm willing to not back down from a challenge. You know, and I think that's where GWOAT comes from. Like, Muhammad Ali fought against everybody.
Right.
You know, he fought, like, didn't nobody call out Muhammad Ali and didn't get an answer. He fought everybody. Even after, you know, he got older. Anybody that wanted smoke, he was there.
Right. Speaking of Ali, you have been very, very vocal about Laila Ali, his daughter. Yeah. What is it about her that is so interesting to you as someone to potentially fight?
You know, at first, for a long time, it wasn't. You know, I never used her name to push my own career. I always had to know just Claressa Shields, Claressa the GWOAT, Claressa T-Rex. I never tried to use Laila Ali to help build my own career, you know, or get extra fans. She came at me. And when she came at me, I was a little shocked. But then again, I was like, what did you expect? You know, you're the greatest woman of all time. And before you came, that was her. You know, she was the greatest woman of all time, who everybody considered to be that. So when I seen her, you know, talking a little smack about me, how she wasn't supporting me and stuff, at first I was thinking like, oh, I'm thinking too much about it, you know. But then when she came out on the Breakfast Club and said, you know, she'll come out of retirement, but there's no girl good enough to give her a challenge. Basically, like, we're all too easy. She'll knock anybody out. All the champions. I was like, whoa. To me, I felt like that was a direct shot to me. And then I just responded. You know, I respond to everybody. You know, anybody who want to fight me, anybody that won't smoke, I just respond. So I think she thought with her saying that I wasn't going to respond because she was so used to other girls kind of just letting me be the Ali way. And it's more like whatever she says goes. You know, she's the boss. She's in charge. She's the greatest. And I just was like, I've never felt she was a better fighter than me. And that's even back when I was in the amateurs. Right. You know, so of course I was like, you know, if you're going to talk like that, we can fight. And then from there, she kind of got really upset. And, you know, took it to where, oh, she wants to fight and she'll knock me out. She'll do this, she'll do that. And I'm a person that can say, you can say whatever you want, but I want you to come do it. And that's why we are talking about the fight now. It's never a fight that interests me because she's older, you know? Yeah. But just because she's older don't mean she's not a good fighter. I'm just saying, I know I have more boxing experience than her. And people can say, oh, she was pro 9 years and you were pro, you know, only 3. I've been boxing 14 years total now. 11 to the age of 25. She boxed till she was from the age of 20 to 29. Big difference.
Yeah, big difference. Big difference. Do you see it happening? Do you think it'll happen? Do you think this fight will get made?
You know, all I need is somebody to just. She keep making a big deal of it about this $5 million, about the money. I need somebody just to go ahead, get with us and basically like sponsor the 5 million to her. I feel like for a fight for me and her to get made, we have to cater to her, right? And it's like you don't have to cater to me because I want to fight. I'll fight whoever, whenever. But it's like to her, she wants to be catered to. She wants to feel like she's the bigger name. You got to feed her ego type of deal. So I need somebody to be like, you know what? I'll feed her ego. I'll give her 5 million. 5 million is for you to fight Claressa, and then we have to come to a agreement about the split between us as far as in the pay-per-view numbers. Which, if she's getting 5 million up front, I would have to get the biggest split as far as in the pay-per-view numbers.
Right.
Whatever they are, I feel like we can do big numbers because this fight is huge, and we were promoted to be huge. And I think it'll draw so much attention to women's boxing, not just women's boxing fans, but boxing fans, MMA fans. This be like one of those legendary fights, kind of like the Tommy Hearns versus Sean Ray Leonard, or Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier, George Foreman kind of fights. So that's really all that needs to happen. Okay. I know I said winner gets 10 million and loser gets 5, which would be her just getting her 5 million that she wanted. But now I'm just like, on a business aspect, I'm willing to sacrifice. Just go ahead and she can get the first 5 million, and after that, I get my bigger split from the pay-per-view numbers. But just waiting to see if somebody actually puts the money up. And it was a guy who did, was willing to put up the whole 15 million, 5 for the loser, 10 for the winner. And he kind of got frightened away, not because of me, but because of the pay-per-view numbers that Laila Ali did against Jackie Frazier, which was only 100,000 buys. Even though it was way back then, it's like when you have Laila Ali versus Jackie Frazier, just with the last name, he just felt like it should have did way more than 100,000 buys. And in order for him to make, I guess the 50 million back, he was saying something like we would have to do over 500,000 pay-per-view buys. And I never fought on pay-per-view.
Okay. Gotcha.
And she has, so he's going off her numbers.
Yeah, right.
He's like, yeah, you do 450K views on Showtime, but the numbers may be different if it's on pay-per-view. So I don't know my pay-per-view numbers. We just know hers.
Yeah.
So that guy, I think he backed out. So now we're back at kind of ground zero and trying to figure out, one, how to cater to her to get the fight to happen. And then 2, we have to do the split. And I think she'll have a hard time understanding that I should get the biggest split if she just get 5 million just to show up. Right. Like it wouldn't be fair for us to go 50-50 for the split if she's going to get $5 million up front. Like right. I'm a businesswoman too.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't play about the numbers, So it's like, look, we'll give you what you want, but I'm gonna get what I want also.
No doubt. It's funny when I met Laila a long time ago, and at the time, I was gung ho, I guess you could say. So the first thing I said to her is, "Why won't you fight Ann Wolfe?" And I was like, "Yo, why did I do that?" It was comedy for me because I was so hyped up because she and Ann Wolfe were supposed to fight, and Ann Wolfe was the beast at that. She was crazy with it at that time. But I don't know. She gave me some answer related to money. So a lot of this comes down to the money.
But that's the thing, though. It's like, why do everybody got the same story for you? How come everybody always saying, "Oh yeah, we caught her out," but then your excuse is, "Oh, but the money. Oh, but the money." It's like everybody not lying on you. Didn't nobody duck you? Wasn't nobody scared you? It's more than just Ann Wolfe who said that Laila Ali wouldn't fight her. It was a girl named Tisha Robinson who said the same thing.
Yeah.
It's a few other girls too, and it's like, why does everybody have to be, picking on you or lying on you?
Right.
Like it's not like that. If she and you know what, and if the 5 million was out the picture, she would just say, okay, doing the pay-per-view split, we gotta go 50-50. I'd be okay.
Right.
All right, 50-50, let's go. Whatever the numbers is, we split it down the middle and go on about our day. But she wants to make it difficult. Her throwing this $5 million out there is the reason why this fight is not going anywhere, you know. And it's not that she's not worth 5 million. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that women's boxing, a woman fighter has never made more than one boxer never made $1 million for a fight.
Right.
And I mean not Wolf, but Laila Ali made 600,000 in her biggest purse in boxing. My next purse is 400,000, and I got 10 fights.
Right. Right.
I think that's probably the highest women fighters are being paid right now.
Right.
So it's like when you talk about 5 million, and a women fighter haven't even made $1 million.
Right.
People are looking like those numbers don't even exist in women's boxing because they don't. But if she just, in a way, we would have to join forces to show them that the way that y'all treated Laila Ali back then were disrespectful, because women can pay-per-view buys, women can fight, women can have competitive fights and have big fights and have 2 big names and be a worldwide event. But I don't think she loved boxing enough to do that. You know, it's more about her getting more than me. Yeah. Or, you know, her being the A side, me being the B side. It's more of that when it's more like I said, I'm willing to split 50-50 with you, and that's only on account of I want the fight to happen. If this was any other girl, I'd be telling them, look, 70-30, 60-40, because I'm the name right now. People want to see, if it was Laila Ali versus any other girl right now, nobody will pay any attention. Yeah. And that's not me throwing shots at nobody, but no other girl has built herself up the way that I have as far as my boxing career. Yeah. You know, so if it was anybody else, her even saying 5 million, they would have said.
Right. True. Well, I hope it happens. Now, one thing I wanted to ask you about is you and social media. Social media is, man, it's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing. You definitely stirred a pot up. Oh man, I mean, at least I'll put it like this. I'm not saying you stir the pot up, but when people comment, you respond.
And sorry.
Woo! I just be observing. I'm like, man, I don't know how you deal with it. To me, it's stress.
Yeah, it can be stressful sometimes, but I'm a person that I take on confrontation head on. I'm not a person to run away from it, walk away from it. You know, I'm more like, if you got a problem with me, then let's discuss it. Let's talk about what your problem is. And if the fans or anybody if the trolls get too disrespectful, I'll block them for sure. But I just be wanting to hear what people got to say, and all I do is come back with facts. Right. And when I come back with facts, some people get upset, and I'm like, look, it's just a fact. I'm not lying here. It's not my opinion. See, what you said to me was your opinion. I'm talking about facts right now. Right, right. You know, so even when I first mentioned Laila Ali is a great fighter, right? But I said, if you're going to look at her record on box rate, a lot of the girls she fought didn't really have a lot of experience and didn't have a lot of fights. Mm-hmm. Right. And people are like, oh, no way. She's 24-0, 21 knockouts. I'm like, all right, well, here go my first 10 fights compared to her last 10 fights. Mm-hmm. And she fought against a lot of fighters that had losing records. Right. So I'm like, I'm fighting against people that's undefeated, 1 loss, 10 knockouts, reigning 9-year champions, Christina Hammer. I'm fighting against those kind of girls. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever fought against somebody who had a losing record in my pro career. Gotcha. You know, so I'm just hit them with facts, and people then they get upset, but then they go and do their homework. And many people have come back and apologizing. People like to apologize in a DM. Right. They'll go from Twitter to Instagram and say, oh, hey, I'm the one you just talking to on Twitter. You were right. And I have more respect for you, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, right. People like to disrespect you in public, but apologize in private. Right. Yeah. And I'd be like, I'm not that kind of person. If I disrespect somebody, you know, I'm willing to make things right with them, you know. But everybody not like that.